Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, if you're new here and you like anything to do with koi or aquariums, be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. So in this episode, we're still working on the aquarium. We're looking at getting the substrate in for the aquarium, and also going to have a quick look at the CO2 system that I'll be installing on the aquarium as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's crack on and see what we can get achieved. See you soon. The marine tank is empty. Yeah, all the livestock's just been collected out of there. Happy to see that it's gone to a good home. I will miss it, but yeah, I haven't really, like I said, I haven't really got the time for a marine setup these days, so tropical it is. So next job is to empty that, get all that moved, tidy up down there, and then get this bad boy in place. Obviously that needs a clean as well first, so I have to get the jet wash on it outside. So yeah, next time I'll come back to you. That will be over there. Right, so there we go. New tank's in place. I've given it a bit of a clean, as clean as I can get it. Still a little bit of sand left in there, but not going to worry about that. Access to this isn't the best sort of sofa, but sump's in place. All the pipe work's in place now. Return pump's in and connected up. So we're all good down there at the moment. So next thing I want to do is get the aquascape done. So let's talk substrate. Right, so when you're talking substrate for your aquarium, you've got three options really. First option being sand. It's a very popular substrate. The only problem with that, and the reason why I'm not going to be using sand, is because if you have a planted aquarium with live plants, the roots don't tend to do very well in the sand. They struggle to get through it, so you really want something with a little bit more aeration, so the sand isn't an option really. Now the second option you've got is aqua soil, such as these two here. It's specifically designed for plant growth. It's full of nutrients. It's a type of soil, more of a clay really. Like I say, they pack it full of nutrients, which will give your plants a real good start, and it will keep feeding them as time goes by. The only problem with this substrate is that because it's so full of nutrients, it's going to play havoc with your parameters. So like I say, with your livestock in there, you constantly have to be doing water changes to keep the parameters at a safe level. So as I'm having live plants and livestock in this tank, again, that's not really an option for me. And the third option is gravel, and that's what I'm going to be using, bog standard aquarium gravel. It'll allow me to be able to control the nutrients myself, so I can feed the plants as and when I want. The root system, it's ideal for roots, obviously you've got the little air pockets in there as well in between the gravel, plus any fish waste, which is a natural fertiliser for the plants, that's going to be able to get through into the gravel. So yeah, this is the gravel that I'm going to be using. Yep, this is the one I'm using, bog standard aquarium gravel, 2 to 4 mil Nordic and 2 to 3 mil Canterbury. Not allowed to get a mixture because I didn't have any more of that, so not a problem. I'm going to mix these two together. Like I say, it will give a good base for the roots to grow into of the plants, which will promote healthy growth. I've got plenty of this. Hopefully I've got enough to fill the bottom of that. So yeah, I'm going to start getting this into the tank and start working on the aquascape. I'll show you what else I've got as well. Got a couple of nice pieces of oak, nice big chunks there. I position them right, it will give the fish plenty of hiding spaces in between them. I also got a little piece of driftwood as well, just to give a little bit of height in the tank. So yeah, I've got some stone as well out in the back garden, slate, so I might play around with putting some slate in there as well. So yeah, I'm going to start getting all this in, and I'll get back to you when we're looking like we've got a decent aquascape. Right, there you go. To be honest with you, I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to keep it simple. I was going to put some rocks and that in the middle. I might just see what it's like when it's planted up, but I might just stick a couple of pebbles in there just to break it up. But got plenty of media in there. It might look quite a lot, but I wanted at least an inch or two at the front, or depth, for the plant's roots to grow in, and it kind of slopes from front to back upwards. But yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. Like I say, I might just stick a couple of pebbles in there, and then plant it up. So keep it simple. Yeah, there we go. Couple of pebbles in there as well. Basically going to be having plants at the back, tall growing ones at the back, and then a couple of medium growing ones scattered around, and then I've got some carpeting plants as well. So hopefully the idea is that most of this gravel you won't see anyway, because it will all be carpeted with a short growing carpeting plant. Got places to hide for the fish, some hiding places under there, there's some hiding places under there, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I think next job will be to get it planted up. Right, as previously mentioned, I'm going to be running a CO2 system on this tank. So things that we're going to need are a CO2 regulator, which also comes with a fitting so that you can fine tune the amount of CO2 going into the tank. This one comes with a built-in solenoid, so I can put it on a timer and only have the CO2 coming on when the plants are going to need it, when they're in the photosynthesis stage. So I'll probably have this running every 8 hours, or for 8 hours every day. I've got the power supply for the solenoid. CO2 tubing has to be CO2 tubing, not too flimsy. You need a diffuser, it's pretty much like an air stone but creates finer bubbles. And your CO2, for the time being I'm just using a standard SodaStream cylinder, which works perfectly fine. You just need a little adapter as well to fit onto the regulator. The reason I'm using that is because the nearest place I can get a CO2 cylinder, it's about 20 miles away, and I can't get over there until I'm off work one day in a week. So for the time being I'm just going to be using a SodaStream cylinder. So that's generally all that you need really, as well as a timer for the plug socket. So I'm going to look at getting this set up. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is fit the diffuser. I don't really want any kind of pipe work or anything showing if I don't have to in this tank. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the diffuser round about here, just behind this block, this oak. I'm going to have the pipe running down, cross probably under the gravel, and then up through over the other side, basically so you don't see all the pipe work. So yeah, I need to get that installed first. So that's all the pipe work done for the diffuser. I like to make sure that there's a non-return valve in there as well, just to stop any water siphoning back up the tube. Not that it's you won't get any damage like you would in an air pump, but I do like to have that there. I've also got this little piece as well which goes over the edge of the tank, just keeps it a bit tidier. So yep, I'm going to get that in place now. Right, so there's a diffuser on the inside of the tank. Obviously there is a little bit of pipe showing there, but not too fussed about that. But I've run it under the gravel across there and up the side. Again, I've left a little bit of play there just in case I need to move it around. But I'm going to have some tall growing plants there, so that will cover up that piping. And fed the pipe through down to the bottom. Got myself a nice little handy light in there as well, so I can actually see what I'm doing when I need to work on the sump. Yeah, so let's get the rest of the CO2 system in place. Right, so that's the cylinder attached up to the regulator. Haven't got it on at the moment. But what this does here is basically it's for your dosing. Once this system's actually up and running, you'll start getting bubbles from there. You turn the little knob there and you basically gauge your CO2 going into the tank by using that little adjuster there. It's only a minute amount, but it helps a lot with some of the plants that are going to be going into this aquarium. Like I say, that's just a temporary fix at the moment. I will get a proper CO2 cylinder in here at some point. Just need to dig myself out a timer for the solenoid, and then that part will be ready to go. So yeah, I've got these plants, so I think we're going to look at getting this aquarium planted up now. Right, that's it for this one, guys. One other thing that I did fail to mention in that video, with regards to substrate, you can always go to like your builder's merchant and just get some pea gravel if you're not too fussy about the aesthetics of the gravel. If you don't want any fancy colours, pea gravel is going to be a lot cheaper than going to your aquarium shop and spending out on aquarium gravel. But yeah, just bear that in mind when you are picking a substrate for your tank. So yeah, we'll leave it there for this one, and until next time, thanks for watching.